Ryan Clark was on Twitter immediately saying, oh, my goodness, are the Bears running boots, play action, getting the young quarterback out of the pocket? Is that working a little better? More space, more playmaking, moving the ball? Hell, yes, they are. It's either Nagy at home or they watch TV. Either way, Bradang Vo. Sorry. Okay.
Did you not prepare for the show?
I didn't read the Bradang Vo piece of it, but I want to make it clear. Chris Tabor was not calling plays. I just couldn't spit it out. He was looking over the head coach of duties yesterday. But pick up on that thought on that tweet.
No, I thought it was amazing what they did with Justin Fields yesterday, and everybody's going to look at it and say they still didn't win the football game, and that was about the defense, but they got him outside of the pocket. And I said last week that Justin Fields had to take some ownership of what he did as a quarterback. He had to start using his athleticism himself, and we saw that on the 4th and 1. We saw that on so many plays throughout the day. And this is the Justin Fields that you should get if you're the Chicago Bears. And I'm not saying it's about Matt Nagy being at home, but it's about Justin Fields understanding the thing that he has that other people do not. And when you look at his progression, this is what it's about. And I think that was a step forward for the Chicago Bears and for their young quarterback.
Yeah, this is exactly what we were wanting to see, what we expected to see. This guy is a phenomenal athlete. That 4th down play, are you kidding me? Like, how many guys on the planet can make that play? This guy can. And here's the great thing. We see where he's at now, and you're right. They're finally doing some things that showcase this young man's talent. Wait, where's he going to be in a few years? Yeah. That's going to be crazy.
Dan, for me, when you look at it, though, what is it like? Did he process fast enough yesterday, though?
Yeah. My note for Justin Fields yesterday was it's the fastest he's played all season. I want to go back to what you said, because you said, does it have to do with Matt Nagy being home? Is it a coincidence? That just so happens that Justin Fields, let's look at the play calling. It's the most NFL competent play calling that the Bears have had this season.
Right.
It's the most he's looked like an NFL quarterback this season.
Right.
And then you mentioned last week that he needed to use his legs more. And there was like a hesitancy because a lot of that was created by Justin Fields. That was not designed play calling.
Right.
Why yesterday? Do I think it's coincidence that for the first time this season, it almost looked like there was freedom for him to go do that, that there was this mindset that he was going to go and use his legs. It wasn't.
Hey, Dan, you know what? So here's
I don't find
thing.
it to be coincidence.
I didn't want to come here and say, you know what? It's great that Matt Nagy was home because we all understand why he wasn't on the sideline. But if it walks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, and when it's in the water, it looks calm on top of the water, but on the bottom, it's flapping like a duck. It's a damn duck.
Right.
And when you think about Matt Nagy and what he did to Mitchell Trubisky, this is why it stands out to me. We kept asking for Mitchell Trubisky to use his athleticism and be an athlete, and we never got to see that. And all of a sudden, Matt Nagy isn't there, and Justin Fields has this freedom to be who he is. And it's so difficult, right, to call out coaches in this way. But this Justin Fields was the best Justin Fields we'd seen the entire season.
And I also don't think we can run from the reality. That, you know, like the reality was that we've seen multiple years right now of this offense being stale and stagnant and uncreative and non-explosive. And then the head coach isn't there, who has some impact on the offense, and the quarterback.
No, Dan, he has all the impact on the offense. You remember when Justin Fields played really good, right? And he decided that Bill Lazor did nothing because he was the head coach and he made all the decisions. So he had a lot of the impact.
Like the bootlegs, the play action, the allowing, the willingness. I don't view it as a coincidence.
Rex, will we look back on yesterday as the first day of the rest of Justin Fields' career?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just keep it going forward. Move the pocket. Do those type of things that we saw. Let the young man use his legs. Absolutely.
That game, pardon me, felt more like a win in a loss than many of their wins have felt like this year, based upon what they did with him yesterday.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.